Hello, today is 7/29 of 25 and I am here with a video of what I eat in a day on my keto journey. If you're new here, my name is Christy. I changed my diet to a high protein, moderate fat, low carb diet in April of 2024. It is currently 9:30 and I'm ready for some coffee. So I really just feel like a cup of coffee with some milk in it. I don't want any whey or creatine or protein, collagen in it. I just want coffee with milk. So I made myself 2 shots of espresso with a half cup of Fairlife whole milk. That's what I'm going to have for my coffee. But I do still want to get in my creatine and my collagen. So, and I'm going to need electrolytes anyway. I actually kind of have a headache. So, I will drink a Body Armor Flash IV and I will add in my collagen to it and my creatine to it to make sure that I am getting those in. I'll be back with whatever I eat. It is quarter till 12 and I'm ready to eat something. So I have some Park Street Deli pork carnitas meat. This is leftover, that's why I don't have the package. It's probably 2.5 servings that I'm going to have, and I'm going to top it with a bit of chopped cilantro and some cotija cheese. It is 3 o'clock and I am back from the gym. So today was arms and core. So I did dead bug, seated rows, weighted decline sit ups, assisted pull ups, twist weighted ball throw, slam ball throws, push ups, hanging leg raises, cross body hammer curls, and then 5 minutes of as many rounds as possible of cross sack squat shifts, kettlebell swings, and single leg balance holds, and then 5 minutes of as many rounds as possible of barbell lateral raises, reverse flies, and barbell chest presses. So now I want to get some food in me, and I'm trying to do a bit of nutrient timing, which means that I want to have like the majority of the carbs that I'm going to have today right now because it is after my workout. This is not the same as a refeed day. So it's not a day where I'm trying to eat like 75 grams of net carbs. It's just that the carbs that I am having today, I want to have them after my workout. So I made myself my seed breakfast dish that I really enjoyed. And I used my Pro Dough maple donut flavored protein. So this has 25 grams of protein in it. Um, when I've made it with it in the past, it gets really dry. So I mix it all together and then I heat it up in my microwave and it gets really dry and I end up having to add more almond milk and then it still kind of gets dried out even after that. But today I thought, you know what? I'm going to be smart and I'm just going to heat everything up except for the protein powder. So I heated all of that up and then I mixed the protein powder in and now it's not all dry. So that's fantastic. I'm just going to give it a taste to like make sure that like the flavor is okay. It's actually a little thin, but I think it'll thicken up as it warms up or cools down. Yeah, cools down. Oh yeah, that's good. I really like that. I am really enjoying this in my uh, seed breakfast dish. Okay, I'm gonna have this. I gotta take my son to work today, and then I'll be back with what else I'm gonna eat. It is just about 5 o'clock, and I wanted something quick today. So I made myself up some coleslaw. I made this just using bagged shredded cabbage and then Hughes sugar-free coleslaw dressing. I did taste it and it's pretty sweet and just kind of lacking a bit of like depth of flavor. So I just added extra salt and pepper to it to kind of like balance it out a little bit. And then I've got 2 burger patties here. These are 85% lean, quarter-pound burgers. So I've got 2 of them with 2 slices of provolone cheese, about a half tablespoon of my homemade mayonnaise, and then a slice of tomato on top. I also had gone to the store and picked up some of these, which is Wilde protein chips. I do like the barbecue flavor of these, and I saw this chicken and waffles and thought I would give it a try. I only ate about 5 of them, which I find is about how many of them that I can eat. Like even of the barbecue ones, I don't eat a ton of them all at once. The ingredients for this are chicken, native tapioca starch, high oleic expeller pressed sunflower oil, egg whites, chicken bone broth, and then maple sugar, sea salt, spices, natural flavors, citric acid, sodium citrate, and maltodextrin. So it's got in 25 chips, and like I said, I ate 5. Uh, there are 10 grams of fat, 250 sodium, 7 grams of carbs with 2 fibers, 1 sugar, and then 10 grams of protein. They definitely have a maple flavor to them. They're fairly sweet. Not bad. Definitely have like more of a chicken flavor on the back end. I'm actually thinking like they might be really good used like if you crush them up and maybe like use them in a breading or something like that. So I might do some experiments with those. So I'm excited about that. All right, let's take a look at how my day turned out. Okay, so it's 7 o'clock. I realize that I'm going to be in a caloric deficit of like 800 calories today, and I'm really trying to be at maintenance. So I've made myself another meal. I have 2 fried eggs and then 4 ounces of pork belly hair that I'm going to have. So now let's take a look at how my day turned out. I ended up with 2,700 calories today. My protein is 199, my net carbs are 30, and my fat is 193. So I ended up in a surplus of 45, which is right about where I want to be. I don't want to be like constantly in a surplus because I know that's not healthy, but this surplus is so small that it's probably about even, which is really where I want to be. There's discrepancies in like, what my watch will record isn't going to be exact of how many calories I burned. And, the food that I ate isn't necessarily going to have the exact ratio of like fat and protein and carbs. Because number one, food manufacturers can have a discrepancy up to 20% on their packages. And then just, when you think about meat and things, it's not going to have the exact same, amount of those different macros, like per bite or per ounce, of what it is. So where I'm at is perfect. I am glad that I got to where I am today. Maybe I'll see you tomorrow.